The basket is lighter than expected. Not empty, just lighter. It hangs from the wrist without pulling the arm down. The sound it makes when it's set on the floor is softer than usual. Inside the store, nothing announces the decision. The lights are the same, the aisles are full. Carts roll past, wheels clicking where the tiles change. The smaller basket blends in, no more noticeable than a coat folded over an arm. Hands move the same way they always have. They reach, they hesitate, they reach again. The shelves are full of familiar shapes, colors that repeat week after week, boxes with corners worn smooth by other hands, labels that promise nothing new. There is no rush, there rarely is. The store hums at its usual volume, refrigerators breathing out cold air, a scanner beeping somewhere in the distance. The basket stays close to the body, carried rather than dragged. Some items are passed over without comment. The hand stops, then lowers. The space on the shelf remains unchanged. No one notices. The price tags stay where they are. Further down the aisle, someone compares two versions of the same thing, holding them up side by side as if waiting for one to speak first. The smaller basket moves past without joining the comparison. It does not linger there. Weight accumulates slowly. A carton settles into the bottom. A bag follows. Each addition is felt immediately. The handle presses a little more firmly into the skin. The arm adjusts. There are moments when the basket is held still, suspended between shelves. The eyes trace familiar routes across packaging, not searching so much as acknowledging. The decision has already happened, though it does not announce itself. In another aisle, carts bump lightly as people maneuver around each other. Apologies are murmured. The basket slips through gaps a cart cannot. It turns easily, pivots without effort. There is room to stop without blocking anyone. A list exists somewhere, folded or remembered. It is shorter than it used to be. Some items never made it onto the page. Others were crossed off before arriving. The freezer doors reflect a partial image, a shoulder, the basket hanging low. For a moment, the reflection lingers, then slides away as the door closes. Cold air escapes and is gone. Time stretches slightly, not because there is more of it, but because less is being carried. Each step feels unburdened, though nothing about it is dramatic. The store remains the same size. At the end of an aisle, a display rises like a small monument. Bright colors stacked carefully, suggesting abundance through repetition. The basket pauses nearby, then turns away. The display stands untouched. Near the produce, the floor is damp in places. Shoes leave faint prints that disappear as quickly as they appear. The basket swings gently with each step, never heavy enough to stop swinging. Fruits are weighed in the hand, set down again. One is chosen, another is not. The difference is slight, almost unnoticeable, but it stays. A cart passes, filled high enough that items shift when it turns. The sound is loose, unsettled. The basket does not make that sound. Everything inside sits where it was placed. There is a memory of larger baskets, of filling space simply because it was there, of the quiet pressure to justify the size of the container. That memory does not intrude. It stays at the edges. The checkout lines are visible now. Some are long, some short, some deceptive. The basket does not influence the choice. It waits its turn. On the belt, items are placed with small gaps between them. They move forward in short bursts, stopping and starting. The person ahead unloads a cart that seems to have no bottom. cashier's movements are practiced, almost mechanical. Scan, place, scan, place. The smaller pile reaches the end quickly. The belt looks longer than it needs to be. A total appears. It is read once. No reaction follows. The number disappears as the transaction finishes. A receipt prints, thin and warm. The bag is light. It hangs from one hand without stretching the fingers. The other hand is free, doing nothing in particular. Outside, the air feels different, not fresher, just unfiltered. The bag swings once, then settles. The walk to the car is unremarkable. The trunk opens and closes. The bag is set down and stays upright. Nothing rolls. Driving away, the store recedes without ceremony. It becomes another building passed, another sign glimpsed and forgotten. Traffic resumes its usual rhythm. At home, the bag is carried inside. It does not require 2 trips. The counter receives its contents one by one. The space left behind is noticeable, but not empty. Items are placed where they belong. The refrigerator door opens and closes quickly. Shelves remain visible. There is air around what's been put away. The basket, now empty, is set aside. It looks the same as it did before. No marks indicate what it carried or what it did not. Later, the day continues without reference to the choice that was made. Meals happen, time passes. The absence does not announce itself. There is a quiet satisfaction that never fully forms. It hovers, indistinct, and then moves on. Other thoughts take its place. The smaller basket returns to its place, waiting. It does not demand to be used again. It simply exists, available. Nothing has been solved. Nothing has been proven. The shelves will be restocked. The aisles will fill again. The next visit will look much the same from the outside. Doors opening, lights humming, wheels clicking. And somewhere between the entrance and the checkout, the basket will be chosen or it won't. The difference will be felt briefly and then not at all.